my name is Miriam, and last time we talked about the immune system, and today is all about recovery for athletes. So basically, a lot of people only focus on training or physiotherapy or nutrition, but in general, you have to focus on all the aspects of recovery, because you can't only say, okay, my recovery is good because of just one thing. So basically, when we talk about recovery, you have to know that it's about the training aspect and your training adaptation, your nutrition, which I will talk about now obviously, your sleep, and your stress management. So what can you do when it comes to nutrition? So first of all, you have to eat enough, meaning you have to eat enough calories. So if you're on a diet, your recovery is most likely not at 100%, which is not bad, but you have to be aware of the fact that you might not feel 100% recovered in the long term. So when we say you have to eat enough, you also have to make sure that you know your calories, and second of all, that you eat the right foods. When I say you have to eat the right foods, it means that you have to eat nutrient-dense meals, which contain not only the right macros, meaning protein, carbs, and fats. You also have to choose, or you also have to go for foods which contain a lot of vitamins and minerals. So let's say you already made sure that you're eating enough and you know your calories. The second thing you should focus on are your proteins. So you should make sure that you're eating enough protein throughout the day. And then secondly, after or before a workout, you should make sure that you are between 25 to 40 grams of proteins each meal. And it doesn't matter if you're eating normal food or you are just drinking, for example, a post-workout shake, just make sure it contains enough protein. So when it comes to protein, we want to support our bodies when it comes to the muscle protein synthesis, and or calling MPS. That's what I will say from now on, because this word is really, really hard for me to pronounce. So besides the MPS, we also want to make sure that we're eating enough carbs. So when you have your check at the protein intake, then you can go on to focus on your carbs throughout the day. And especially when it comes to the post-workout nutrition, you want to make sure that our muscle glycogen stores are filled up again after our training. So you should eat between 1 or 2 grams per kilogram after your training. So in combination, it can mean that you're eating a whole meal, meaning rice, for example, with tofu, or rice, for example, or noodles with a piece of meat, which shouldn't contain a lot of fats. Or you can easily drink a protein shake with bananas, fruits, or milk, or you can also add some maltodextrin. The body doesn't care about if it's a shake or a normal meal, as long as our body gets the protein and carbs, and especially the carbs for muscle glycogen stores 1 to 2 hours after your training, after your workout, or maybe after your match. I would also like to talk about the sleep aspect, and especially sleep in combination with nutrition. So obviously, first of all, if you don't sleep enough and you're consistently sleeping not more than 7 hours as an athlete, your risk of getting injured will increase. Secondly, if you don't sleep enough, meaning you're sleep deprived, and we're talking about less than 6 or 7 hours, the risk of you getting hungrier throughout the day and craving for more calorie-dense foods and sweets is definitely higher, meaning the danger of gaining more body fat or choosing, let's say, the wrong foods is really higher. So please make sure that you sleep enough, between 7 to 9 hours. I mean, obviously 8 to 9 hours is always better, but we are all either working or aren't full-time athletes, so let's say between 7 to 9 hours sleep is definitely the best you can do. And don't freak out if there's one night where you slept only, I don't know, maybe 6 hours per night, everything is fine. Just make sure that everything is consistent, meaning try to consistently aim for 7 to 9 hours sleep per night.